this up. First of all, can you carry this? I got my daughter with me today. Had to do this interview with Sis at Panera Bread.
My name is Tabitha Hadley. I'm currently a full-time college student, and that is my life right now. Definitely growing up a pastor's daughter, a pastor's kid. You definitely grow up different than a lot of kids because church all throughout the week. Missing a lot of events in school, because of church. But it definitely teaches you a lot of responsibility, a lot of discipline, sacrificing a lot. But now, I definitely can say that I kind of want to get away from that title, pastor's kid or pastor's daughter. I get the question a lot. So what are you, like, what is your religion? And I say I'm Christian, right? And I get, okay, oh yeah, me too. But then I say I'm a pastor's kid or I'm a preacher's daughter, and then I get this look like all of a sudden I'm just different now. Yeah. Like it's Christian, and then there's above that is pastor's kid, yeah. And I feel like a lot of people have these misconceptions about preacher's kids, and in their mind it's, well, you're the holiest of holy, you can't do no wrong, whatever. And so I want to get away from that because I know that, like, truthfully, when I stand before God, whenever that is, He's not going to look at me and say, oh, you're a pastor's kid, come on in, Yeah. I don't care what you did, because you're a pastor's kid, that's the title I gave you, But He's going to let me in based upon what I have done in His name, right, and not in that title. Right. So that's why I want to get away from that. And also for people, but also for me. I think I used to rely on that title to kind of save me. And I think that now, realistically, like I said, it's kind of like what I do in His name and what I do as a Christ follower and not a preacher's kid. So yeah. I feel like church breeds creators. Yeah. But I sing. That's my main talent. I think I started singing when I was in the fourth grade. When I was 4 years old. And it's something that has just continued till now. And I think it's really cool to see how my voice developed. So yeah, I think I identify as a singer right now. Well, when I was in the fifth and sixth grade, I had a teacher who, honestly, even today, I think that she's one of the most influential people I've ever encountered outside of my family. And she helped me to find this hidden talent I didn't even know existed. And it was public speaking. Literally getting up in front of people and speaking. Wow. So I was in the fifth grade, and she put me in a competition, a public speaking competition. Started out in the classroom, went on to, in front of the entire school, and then it goes on to like the county and then the highest level. And that's just in that chapters of my life. That's where I think I found my talent. Besides singing, that's where I was like, oh wow. And of course, at that age, every kid is like, oh, let's go to recess, let's do this and that. And it was definitely something that I was already different because of my background, but it made me even more different because while they was outside playing recess, I was inside practicing my performance. So yeah, from that age, if I'm moving on, I won then. So that was 5th and 6th grade. My 5th grade, I won 2nd place at the highest level. Then I went on to 6th grade, won 1st place. And then middle school, I kind of slept on it. And then high school, my first year in high school is when I did my first competition amongst higher competition. And I won then, and I beat out seniors, people who were like 4 or 3 years older than me. Then I believe 11th grade and 12th grade, I was involved with a competition from the NAACP. It's called AXO, and that was so eye-opening because you go to the nationals and you see people. It wasn't just oratory. It was it was like 28 categories, from poetry to art to dancing to singing, and see all of those African Americans with all different types of talents from all over the place. It definitely opened my eyes that talent is everywhere. Talent is different. Oh, of course. That's one thing about competition. Competition makes you doubt so much. I think everyone has that level of doubt right before they perform, where you're like, up until have all the practices, all of the late nights, all of the just saying the speech over and over again, like it makes you doubt your capabilities and doubt who you are and the talent that God has given you. And I think that doubt is squandered when you win, of course. And you feel like, okay, I am good enough. But honestly, I think that most of the doubt came from the losses. Because, you think before you perform, am I good enough? When you win, okay, I'm good enough. And when you don't win, does that make you good enough? Does that make you not good enough? And I think that the doubt definitely came from those losses. I remember this like it was yesterday. One of the biggest losses was the last competition I've done through public speaking was the NAACP competition, and I got to go to nationals, and I thought I did so well, and I was like, for sure I'm gonna win, and I didn't win. And that was one of the major losses of my life. And I think when I first lost, I took the negative side to it. I was like, I'm not good enough. I was like, I need to stop public speaking. Even after all of my life I've been winning, all my life I've been impacting people through my words. So I took the negative thought process, and I was like, I'm not good enough. I need to stop. Even though I had, for like I said, years from winning, that was it for me. And I think that it took me, of course, time heals all wounds. I know that.
Right.
It took time for me to realize that losses don't really exist. So in my mindset, I feel like you either win or you learn. So you don't win or you lose, you win or you learn. In every loss, there's always a lesson. And I feel like, if someone were to ask me, do you learn more from winning or do you learn more from losing? I feel like you learn so much more from losing because you know now what not to do. And you know that you didn't lose because you weren't good enough. You may have lost for another reason. But so for my losses, I definitely feel like for my losses, I've learned that losses aren't losses, but losses are lessons. I love it, honestly. I'm not saying that because I'm selling the school. I'm saying that to be real. You know that quote, if you love what you do, you never have to work a day in your life.
Yeah.
I think that like what I'm experiencing epitomizes just that. We wake up 4 a.m. in the morning. We don't go to sleep till midnight. And to come from never having a job to having a job like that, you feel like that sounds like, like you don't get any sleep. Like, what are you doing? But once you go past that, I get to impact so many people. I get to impact so many lives, and that's what I want to do in my career, and I get to do that right now. It's just to actually see a freshman come in so quiet, and then to leave orientation so vibrant, and so excited for school, and to know that I was a part of that, and I will always forever be a part of that. I think that that's something that you can't take away. So I love my job. Yeah, oh my gosh, okay. So I remember the first orientation. I had my first parliament. We call them parliaments. A group of freshmen that are given to us, like 15, 18 freshmen. We call them parliaments because a group of owls is called a parliament. You get it? Okay. So I had my first parliament, and I was so nervous. Like, what if they don't like me? What if I'm too quiet, too loud, too this, too that? And it went fine. But distinctly, like one moment was when one of the freshmen in my parliament, she finished lunch and she was really tired, and she was like, can I go get coffee? I don't like coffee like that, but I just need something. And she had like 10 minutes to get to her next session. And I was like, Starbucks. But I was like, 10 minutes or Starbucks. Yeah. So I asked someone in authority if I could go. They said, you got 10 minutes to go. So we ran. We ran to Starbucks. And on the way, she was asking me, about my major, this and that. And she was like, yeah, so like, what's your favorite drink at Starbucks? And I told her, Frappuccino, no whipped cream, whatever. And I'm thinking nothing of it. So we go to Starbucks. And she orders her drink. Her drink comes. And okay, we can go. She was like, wait, I ordered you one too. And I was like, you paid for that? She was like, yeah, you ran with me all this way to Starbucks. I got you. And I was like, wow. And so I got a free drink from just doing something that I wasn't doing it to get a drink. Right. I wasn't doing it to get recognition. I was just trying to simply help her. And that goes to show, so one simple act of kindness can go, a long way. Right. So after that, I took her to her session. She was good, and then at the end of the day, or end of orientation, we all said our goodbyes. And then like hours later, we're still working as orientation leaders. Like I get a text message and she's like, thank you so much for everything that you did. You made such an impact on my life. Like you made me excited for college. Wow. And that was my first orientation, my first time, and I'm over here doubting myself. That's back to doubts. I'm over here doubting myself, doubting my capabilities and my methods and all that, and here I am impacting someone, and I had no clue. And that right there was and that was the start of orientation. That set the tone. It made me realize, even if you impact one person, that's all that matters. I've been kind of asleep on music lately, even though I've like I said, I've been singing all my life. I think now I'm appreciating art so much more, and now I'm ready to express myself and who I am through singing and through this talent. And so the album that I'm working on is called Paradigm Shift. So that's what you can definitely expect from me. Right. Because most albums have like, unique names, one word, whatever. And it doesn't really flow off the tongue, but it flows in the mind. Paradigm shift. So by definition, paradigm shift is changing your process or thought process on something that you've been doing. Changing from that and completely reinventing your mindset for something better. So you're thinking about something in one way, and now you've switched to a different way. And I feel like that's where I am in life right now. I think that before I used to be so stoic and so disciplined, and I used to just view life as like this. I don't know. I used to view it so differently, and I'm getting to that point now where it's okay to be free. It's okay to think differently. There's so many different ways to get where you need to go. It's not just one road. Right. And I feel like I'm more happier. I'm more excited. I'm more positive. I'm all about good vibes now, and I feel like this album will show my transition from the old closed-in minds to now, just the new. So that's why I call it paradigm shift. I'm thinking of, I viewed life one way and now I'm viewing it a different way. And that's why I think I want to call it paradigm shift. The one quote that comes to mind is, I don't know what my future holds, but I know who holds my future. So that's definitely what I keep in mind.
All right, yo, we just finished the interview. Thank y'all for stopping by and taking a few minutes just to sit back and get to know my sister a little bit. I know her, so I didn't really need to, I already know her, but I know y'all don't know her, and y'all probably wonder, what's really going on. She's always away at college and doing stuff, living life. So, doing what college people do, not sleeping, drinking mad coffee. But yeah, that concludes today's video. Thank y'all for stopping by. Stay tuned, more stuff on the way. I'm out of here. It's your boy, it's your cousin, it's your nephew. We gone.